Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Cornhuskers will put total leather and we'll get started. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Blackman. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Grab near the marker. It's Hubbard. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
And I love that the QB understood, I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can, quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. right back to the well. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Caught behind the line. It's Hussein. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Now on 2nd down after the good 1st down run. They'll leave it with him. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig. I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They'll go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Huskers! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He's going to pass. Going to take a shot. Makes a catch on the right side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching them. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Takes the handoff. It's Blackman. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
And they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. And you think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Nebraska 14, Penn State 7.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
You got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the lone running back. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing. Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Catch in the middle. It's Hubbard.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Fast motion from the offense. The lone back's got it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Motion from the offense. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Trying to beat the D deep. Brings it down on the right side. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his way.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
At the 20, he's got space. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Nebraska.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
21, Penn State, 7.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
He'll try it again. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Got it behind the line. It's Hussein. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, the running back has it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The toss to the right. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Quarterback will audible. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He wants to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks it up, still on his feet.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Give to the running back. Got some room headed to the goal line. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And that will be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Nebraska 28, Penn State 7.
Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah,
trying to burn this defensive back. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Hey, man, they've got a big lead on offense, and they are still taking shots. They are challenging this secondary deep down the field. They barely missed that one.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking to throw on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. On second down, wants to throw. He unleashes a long one. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Little touch pass to the receiver. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Nebraska 28, Penn State 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Oh, it's a reverse. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, it's a huge play on the jet sweep, getting that first down. Defensively, I think everybody had their eyes in the backfield. They were not expecting that guy to get the football that quickly and be on the perimeter of the field.
They'll give it to the back. Fights off a defender. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He now has 84 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Cornhuskers have pushed it inside the 20. They feed him again. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Defense in press coverage. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Boomer making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia Southern has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 31 to James Madison. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
At the 27. Second down coming up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream.
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
In this offense, they like their quarterback running these QB-designed runs like you saw right there. But the defense, they're going to light up every time they see him tote the rock. They know they've got an opportunity to lay a hit on him and create a takeaway like they did right there.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Connection to the right. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Using his legs, it's Blackman. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And it's no good. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Missed field goal, still down by 24. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football ball. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
There's just so much for this defense to think about. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Just plowing ahead. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Now on 2nd down. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.